The Tecnam P2008 is a two-place aircraft that combines a carbon fiber fuselage and metal wings. The result of this blending of building materials is an aircraft with an unparalleled balance of flight control feel, a comfortable cross-country ride, and room to stretch out while still being able to take what you need with you. The turbocharged Tecnam P2008 offers several hints of where general aviation may be headed in the future. It brings together less costly construction techniques, metal wings and carbon fiber fuselage, and is certified under less costly rules. On the panel are dramatically less expensive avionics. Some think aircraft like this one may populate flying clubs and rental fleets decades from now, after the current four-place $400,000 airplanes inflate their way up to $1 million. Delivering significantly better fuel efficiency and lower operating costs than comparable light sport and ultralight aircraft, the Tecnam P2008 is powered by the all-new Rotax 912IS, reducing fuel costs, be it MOGAS or AVGAS, by up to a remarkable 20%. The single-engine Tecnam P2008's versatility and ease of use have established it as both the aircraft of choice for flight training organizations worldwide, as well as recreational flyers. This compact yet roomy aircraft offers the best avionics technology, from the generous standard configuration with analog instruments to an extensive range of options that include the Garmin G3X Touch Suite with two 10.6-inch screens, transponder with GPS, ELT, and many others. Choose from Rotax 912ULS2, 100 HP, 4 cylinders, Rotax 912IS Sport, injection, or Rotax 914 Turbo, and either fixed, adjustable, or variable pitch propellers. The engine is equipped with twin carburetors, with the respective air-filtered intakes being inside the engine bay. Engine access is via composite engine cowls on each side that are hinged along the center line. They are held closed by simple quick-release fasteners, the same as those found on most light aircraft. On the front of the nose, cowling are the air intakes for the liquid cooling radiator, engine bay air cooling, and oil cooler intakes. Outboard, the trailing edge is tapered, the straight wingtips are slightly upturned, Fry's ailerons on piano hinges span the outboard sections, and the inner sections are spanned by slotted flaps. There's a single lift strut on each side attached to the lower fuselage. The P2008 has a low-set, all-moving constant core tailplane with an anti-balance tab. The fin is swept and the rudder moves above the tailplane. The P2008's fuel system is Cessna-like. It has two integral wing tanks with a total capacity of 27.5 gallons. The tank switch is right up on the panel below the radio stack, serving as a constant reminder about where the fuel is and how to get at it. The entire cowling is composite. The P2008 is equipped with the optional Sense/, three-bladed composite propeller. The prop is a fixed pitch design with ground-adjustable blades, allowing the owner to optimize the performance for cruise or field performance. The cabin is accessed via large side doors hinged on their forward edge. Doors were large enough to allow easy access. Each door fixed window is equipped with a circular swiveling cooling air scoop. The door latch was a small lever on the aft edge that, when the door was closed, was recessed back in a small cutout in the aft door frame outer skin. The composite fuselage has smooth lines back to the aft end with a composite fin faired all into a single structure. The standard Tecnam all-flying tailplane is mounted on the aft end of the fuselage. The all-metal tailplane is equipped with a large span, electrically operated trim tab, which provides plenty of power to be able to trim out the aircraft at any airspeed and flap configuration. The rudder is constructed from conventional metal and is fitted with a fixed tab that could be crowd adjusted. Like the rudder, the Fry's type ailerons are also fitted with a single fixed trailing edge tab on the right end aileron only. The single slotted electrically actuated flaps cover more than half the trailing edge span. The swept upward wingtips are fitted with both navigation lights and strobes. A single landing light is fitted in the left wing leading edge. This light can be selected in either an occulting mode or as a steady beam. Just below the landing light on the leading edge of the left wing strut is the pitot tube, protruding some 10 cm proud of the strut. When uncovered, it could potentially produce a hazard during walk-rounds, particularly in poor lighting conditions or unfamiliarity, as access to the left cabin door is in front of the strut. In the rear of the cabin is a luggage shelf rated to hold 20 kilograms, resembling the earlier Tecnam P92 and P2004. In general appearance, the P2008 differs by introducing a carbon fiber fuselage and integrated fin. The wings and tailplane are all metal. It can be adapted to LSA, ultralight, or ELA categories. The wing leading edge is straight except for some pinching at the root, and the wing has a constant chord over about the inner 60% of span. Outboard, the trailing edge is tapered. The straight wingtips are slightly upturned. Fry's ailerons on piano hinges span the outboard sections, and the inner sections are spanned by slotted flaps. There's a single lift strut on each side attached to the lower fuselage. The P2008 has a low-set, all-moving constant core tailplane with an anti-balance tab, the fin is swept and the rudder moves above the tailplane. The P2008's fuel system is Cessna-like. It has two integral wing tanks with a total capacity of 27.5 gallons. The tank switch is right up on the panel below the radio stack, serving as a constant reminder about where the fuel is and how to get at it. Given the Rotax's modest fuel burn, still air endurance is about 4 hours with reserves. Called out about 450 miles, which is about as long as any sane person wants to stay in an LSA. Tecnam makes no apologies about the level of detailing and avionics available for the P2008, nor should they, since they're pitching for the upper strata of LSA dumb. This compact yet roomy aircraft offers the best avionics technology, from the generous standard configuration with analog instruments to an extensive range of options that include the Garmin G3X Touch Suite with two 10.6-inch screens, transponder with GPS, ELT, and many others. Choose from Rotax 912 ULS2, 100 HP, 4 cylinders, Rotax 912 IS Sport, injection, or Rotax 914 Turbo, and either fixed, adjustable, or variable pitch propellers. The seats are comfortably well-appointed leather, and everywhere you look, the airplane has a finished appearance. Further, Tecnam also pays attention to the interior detailing. It's automotive-like with high back leather seats that slide on tracks for adjusting legroom. The base price for a P2008 with analog flight instruments, an iPad mini for your moving navigation map, and no turbocharger is $146,500. The turbocharger package includes a 3-blade Sensenite propeller and adds $24,900. That flybox oblo means porthole in English, backup offers in a 3-inch space, an attitude indicator, a turn and bank indicator, an altimeter, a vertical speed indicator, an airspeed indicator, a G meter, a magnetic heading or GPS tracking heading, and a pressure reference. It costs $2,300. The EFIS fitted to VHMSF is a Dynon D1000 10-inch Skyview system incorporating synthetic terrain. The Dynon system has the conventional layout of two vertical tapes with a digital readout of airspeed, altitude, and vertical speed. A conventional ASI and altimeter are mounted above the Dynon EFIS. Below the attitude indicator display is a full compass card representation. TAS and GS are displayed below the IAS tape display. An indication of the wind direction is in the lower right corner of the EFIS display. The center avionics stack was dominated by the Garmin G695 color GPS map display. The G695 had a handy feature that creates a snail trail of your flight path should it become necessary to retrace your route. Below the Garmin was a Garmin transponder and single VHF. There was still ample space on the panel for a second backup VHF, should customers wish to option it with a second system mounted in a route instrument cutout. The right-hand side of the panel held a multitude of engine instruments. Interestingly, this particular P2008 has an RPM gauge calibrated in prop RPM. Light sport aircraft can get testy during landing. Limited to 1,320 pounds, more for seaplanes, they lack the mass to keep floating if power is reduced to idle just above the runway. Obviously, this aircraft is nicer than it needs to be and therefore more expensive, but not if it is to compete in the luxury end of the market. It's small, leading some to call all light sport aircraft toys, but if you're out playing in the sky, toys are what you need. Pitch is light, but not too light. Tecnam's Lubor said that the factory is working on a tail feather fix to eliminate the buffet. There is hardly any pitch change on flap deployment, and stalls are what you'd expect from a Cessna 150. Actually, maybe a little less than you'd expect. A 150 will brake without much effort, but the P2008 has to be pushed to show a brake. From the P2008, Tecnam will likely need a mix of full-circle pilots stepping down from twins and high-performance singles, and moneyed buyers who want to go a little faster and a little more comfort, but to whom IFR isn't important. That's exactly what the P2008 does, and it comes from a long-established company. If you think something about new Tecnam P2008 should be in the video, let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out the following videos here.